I love my fish. Fish are so awesome, you know, they kind of calm you down a little bit. This right here we call media, and this one over here is Trump. It's been a minute, I know, I haven't been on in a while. I haven't been in the mood. So now I'm in the mood, so we're gonna do this. Welcome to Twin Flames University. I'm calling it university because I'm going to teach you, like a school, exactly what Twin Flame Universe is and what it's all about. Twin Flame Universe, Jeff and Shaleia started about 7 years ago, and their whole concept was finding your twin flame, blah, blah, blah. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to walk you through this because I think it's time you all understood exactly the pyramid scheme, the multi-level marketing bullshit scheme that Jeff and Shaleia have. They're getting all this attention for being a cult, and again, I guess when you have followers, when you claim that you're Jesus Christ, second coming or whatever, then yeah. Jeff and Shaleia started back in Sedona. They got all caught up in spirituality and having all the answers, knowing everything. So they thought, hey, you know what? We fell in love. We're the guide for you falling in love. And so they came up with Twin Flames. Well, of course, Twin Flames is nothing new. It's been around for a long time. But he claims that he's coining this harmonious is what he's coined, which is another bullshit line, but harmonious twin flame union. And this is what he promises. So you go searching online. I'm looking for my love. I'm so lonely. I need a boyfriend. I need a girlfriend. I need a girlfriend. I need a boyfriend. And you come across Twin Flame Universe, and he tells you to take a personality test. And this is how you get wrapped up in it. You take the personality test, and now he's going to suck you into his program. You're going to go and you're going to buy all the products that Jeff and Shaleia have created. And in all these products, they're going to teach you basically how to do the mirror exercise and take responsibility for your life, get all the blocks, everything out of you. And once you've done all that, you're open to your twin flame. They had their students that they took through their program. They taught them all the secrets about finding their twin flame, and these people now traveled on into the Ascension Coach program, which is another $5,000. There's only 10 Master Ascension Coaches. All this money, of course, goes back to Jeff and Shaleia. Once the students have finished this course, this is not accredited school, and they apparently feel that they're entitled enough to charge an exuberant amount of money and then to certify these people. The 10 Ascension Coaches now are called Master Certified Ascension Coaches. These 10 are the ones from the very beginning that started with Jeff and Shaleia. Now these 10, they start their own coaching websites. Now keep in mind, Jeff promises this new business idea that it's their business, they run it. But all they are is an independent contractor. And what an independent contractor is, they're not running their own business. The money goes to Jeff and Shaleia for their coaching, which is an hourly rate. Now, where do these people come from? It always starts with Jeff and Shaleia, with somebody researching and Googling and finding Twin Flame Universe. Then Jeff then looks at these people that have gone through the personality test, the Twin Flame test, and then he picks and chooses who he's going to send over to the 10 master coaches, who he wants them to have. So he'll grab somebody that comes in, they're a potential student, and then he'll shift them over into coaching, direct them into coaching, and they'll pay the coaching fee. And now these master certified coaches are going to instruct these new people, recruit them into going through the Ascension School program. These people will never be master certified Ascension coaches. At this point, the revolving door basically now is the students come to Jeff. He wants nothing to do with them. Now they're just nobodies. He really doesn't want to bother with it. You just make them take all my courses, spend all that money, now push them into the Ascension program. When they come out of the Ascension Coach program, they are just certified Ascension coaches at this point. All the money goes right back to Jeff and Shaleia, so they have their own websites now, and they're offering personal coaching, but their coaching is coming from dysfunctional Jeff and Shaleia. Jeff and Shaleia are coaching dysfunctional people that are now coaching other dysfunctional people, and in their coaching, the people that pay out this money goes to Jeff and Shaleia. As of today, there are 52 certified Ascension coaches, and this number will continue to grow as long as people keep buying into it. And so we have 52 of these coaches. Now, all 52 of these coaches have their own personal coaching websites, no different than the masters. The difference with the certified coaches is that they're not privy to being a part of the other businesses. His other businesses are MAP, which is Mind Alignment Process. We have Divine Dish and Divine Glow. And we have Divine Gaming. And then our offshoot of all of it, of course, is the Church of Union, which is the nonprofit. And under this nonprofit, of course, he is saying that these businesses are essential to the mission of the nonprofit, the Church of Union. And of course, anybody with any common sense will understand that none of these have anything to do with his mission for the Church of Union at all. It's all for profit. But they do have to, and that is a part of the program to begin with. When you go into the Ascension Coach program, you spend all that money. Part of the deal is that they have to volunteer for the Church of Union. That has to happen. All the subscriptions or hourly based, anything, everything goes through Jeff. And then he pays everybody else that actually is going to make any kind of money as a contractor, an independent contractor, which means, truthfully, you're not making shit. There's a company called Corporate Harmony Consulting, and this is a consulting company that he uses. This is his own company. So basically, he's paying himself to consult his own for-profit companies. And then the biggest one, too, was with the nonprofit was the gaming. And that $500,000 was donated to the Divine Gaming. And we have proof of it, that Jeff says straight up that he donated 500 grand to Divine Gaming, but it's coming through the Church of Union. So Church of Union actually, as a nonprofit, has taken $500,000 of your donations, if you've donated, and put it into a game called Divine Gaming. In the game, apparently, he has a Church of Union that comes up and Divine Dish that comes up in it. And it's his way of saying that the game then, of course, is in alignment with what he's doing with the Church of Union, meaning that he's spreading love and unity and peace on earth and, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, it's a game, okay? What he's really doing is he's getting these young gamers into his Discord and then pushing him and recruiting them into all his other bullshit. So that's where he's talking to shit, is in the Discord, to get them to take an interest. And then he pushes them over to an Ascension coach for coaching. And then, as you can see, how that whole thing flows. But he controls their enterprise. Twin Flame Universe controls all the money, controls everything. You know, Jeff is using the nonprofit for his benefit, but the minute he puts in the church and the nonprofit, I think, is where Jeff has gone horribly wrong, because he's using that church. He basically, with all his businesses, all the money he's making, the church now is writing all the expenses off for his profit businesses. He's probably paying some kind of taxes, I'm sure, because he can't get away with not paying them at all. But what he is doing is he's not paying many at all, and he's using the church as that. So just an example, when you look at certain things, if you're going to write off legal fees, and this is, I think, a good one to mention. After the Netflix documentary came out, Jeff sued some people for slander, and they didn't sign the NDA, and he didn't win. But he did hire attorneys. He took his attorney legal fees, and he put those in the expenses of the Church of Union. What does it have to do with the Church of Union? Well, obviously nothing. my husband and I put together a few charts, and what I'm going to do, and I'm going to put them up on the screen and just let you look at them. I'll throw a little music underneath it and let you study them, and I'm not going to talk over them. I'll just give you some cool music underneath. Charts really, I think, help the mind see it and go, oh, that's how it's working. Because when you first watch the Netflix documentary, you have no clue what really he's got going on. Because they only talk about, of course, what's popular to talk about right now, which is Jeff, of course, making these people turn into transgender people and finding their twin flame. Is this so small? Is Jeff and Shaleia, are they just such small little potatoes that nobody gives a shit about them? And that's really kind of how I'm looking at it. I've watched a ton of shows on cults and greed and money laundering and all that, and they really are small potatoes, but why should they get away with it is really the question. They shouldn't get away with it. I really think somebody needs to take a look at them, and it would probably be a lot easier for someone that's educated with really looking at the numbers and finding out. And he should be penalized, and the Church of Union should no longer exist. And if he wants to keep running his scam with the twin flame scam, then fine. I mean, hey, we're supposed to be freedom state here, right? We have the freedom to do whatever we want when it comes to this. Sure, why not? It's really, what's the big deal? And if people are going to fall for it, then they fall for it. Don't mock people that have been in a cult or escaped a cult, because you too could have been in a cult. And I'm sorry, people, but no. First of all, I'm not a group person. I don't care much for that whole congregational, let's all gather and hug and sing Kumbaya. I'm not into that shit. So no, there's a really good chance I wouldn't. And there's a lot of cults. It's not just religious shit, okay? We're talking a lot of them. Because this is old school, right? I mean, this has been going on for a long, long time. That people use religion, they use things like this to suck people in and to, convince them, manipulate them, talk them into that he has something that they want. And maybe that is where the cult idea comes from, is because, first of all, when you think cult and all that, he does have characteristics that represent that and what he's trying to do, having his followers, walking in the shoes of Jesus, right? So Jesus was a cult leader. And I just read this the other day, so that's why I'm putting it out here. And so then we have these people nowadays, it's been going on for years, where they want to claim this authoritative figure of being the second coming of Jesus, and they have all the answers, and everybody follows them. I mean, wake up, really. I've done so many videos already, I really have, and you can go back and look at them. I've done them directly on each one. The only one I haven't done was MAP, and that really speaks for itself when you really look at, when you're talking about educating people, is you really, if you really are in trauma and you really have some serious issues in your life, these people are not the ones to go to. And you should look at credentials, you should get more information on their backgrounds, on why you would trust these people with your mental health, because they're just not qualified to do so. And that was the only one I really haven't done a direct video on. But Divine Dish, Divine Glow is a complete joke. And Divine Gaming, because I'm not a gamer, I can't say, but just thinking of 500,000 going into that from the Church of Union, duh, red flags. And another guy did a great video on that. So, and I'll put links in my description so you can go look at those if you have an interest, because it's really, I see so many things in life where you watch it and it's years and years later and you're like, how in the hell did they get away with that for so long? Well, and it is because money talks, and that's the thing in this world that we live in. And we do live in a very a world full of greed and money, and everybody wants more. And then when you have so much money, nobody fucks with you. I mean, because you have your money. So they keep getting away with it. And it is this power and control and greed. And this is the world we're in until it becomes a Christian nation. Don't even get me started on that shit.
Can you feel a little love?